Good morning, day 21 of our Direttissima attempt. It's getting close to 6 in the morning. It was at least it wasn't super rainy. I think I was more wet on the hike here, but luckily it wasn't really raining that hard when we got here. So we're about a quarter mile, a little more from Carter Notch Hut. Then we'll start climbing again. Big day on the Carter Mariah Ridge Trail. Really looking forward to it. Looking forward to some nice weather. I do have some sad news to report. We lost one of our electronic devices, sadly, to the wet. Between the rain and taking that little dip in the brook, with me stupidly not putting my electronics in the top pack, my iPod Nano, or iPod Touch I guess it's called. Does anybody remember? Well, I know I'm really dating myself with the iPods, but I think it was the iPod Nano 6th generation. It was a little square about this big. It was so great for backpacking and hiking. It was so tiny. It fit a ton of music or a podcast on there. I was so sad when Apple discontinued that. And I think, the iPod Touch became like the replacement. But at this point, I think like I already spoke about, just getting an old iPhone and making that, your podcast or music collection makes a lot more sense. Especially, just for the storage when you can stream or have cell service. I think that's the way to go. So my poor little iPod Touch that had been giving me battery. It would always show low battery even though it had a full charge, and it would keep showing low battery all day but still play fine. So I kind of knew it was on its last legs, but I didn't help matters by getting it wet. I tried charging it last night, and it was just a no-go. So I just gave up and just threw it in my cargo pants pocket just to kind of dry it out and warm it up. And it did fire up this morning, but then you get that dreaded water. You can see like foggy water on the top third section of it. So and the OtterBox I had for it kind of failed too, and that had been falling apart. So I guess I got my money's worth out of it, but always sad to lose an expensive piece of, $200, $300, whatever I paid for it back then. And it's not the first piece of electronics I've lost or damaged on the trail, and it won't be the last. But that's why I have redundancy. I'm back. I have at least a few of my podcasts on the phone I'm recording on, so I can still listen to podcasts. And of course, I have music on the other one. So, and there's certainly times where I don't have either going, so I'm certainly fine without it. But it's nice to have. So that's the morning report. Slowly, it's still kind of damp and wet out there, but I know the sun's coming. So I'm slowly getting everything out of the tent, and then we'll worry about getting the tent broken down and breaking down camp. So happy Friday, May 20th, day 21, and we'll check in a little bit. Good morning, day 21 update. We just came down from our campsite. We're at the lake. You can see it's still foggy, but we're hoping that the sun comes out and burns everything off. Really no need to go to the hut, so we're going to start our climb on the AT. We're going to be on the Carter Mariah Trail, and first stop, Carter Dome. We'll see you there. Hello friends, day 21 update. It's about 9:30 in the morning. We finally got some sun, but we didn't get it until the summit of Carter Dome. So we're right at or near the summit at the big rock cairn here. Just drying out a couple of things. Not going to dry out everything here. I think I'm going to treat myself to mount height today, even though it would be like a 0.1 or 0.2 miles shorter to bypass it. It's just such a nice mountain, and it's wide open there. I might throw out the sleeping bag, and my pack, which is soaked, is like evaporating now in the sun. That's cool. So yeah, I just want to dry some gear out. Just wet and foggy the whole way up. It seemed like it was a long climb today. I don't know why. It seemed like longer than usual, but my Garmin Oregon, the GPS, the standalone GPS I've been using, it was fine yesterday, but definitely got wet. And while it's still tracking me, it's not loading the topo map on the SD card. So when I opened it up earlier, there's, I think, some gunk from one of the Energizer batteries like got in between the SD card and the little reader. So I cleaned it out, trying to dry it out as best I can right now. I mean, it's no big deal. If as long as it's still tracking the track, that's fine. But I'm just so used to looking at it at the topo map too to see how far things are. But I can just use the Gaia app for that. Other than that, I'm gonna have something to eat. I haven't eaten anything yet. I was kind of hoping to wait till I got to the summit before I ate, and I barely made it. I think I just need some energy, but it feels so good to have the sun. Man, oh man. That's it for now, and we will check in later. Hello friends, day 21 update of our Direttissima attempt. Friday, May 20th. We're on the top of Mount Height. Always a great place. Over there, Mount Washington. Over there, Carter Dome, that's where we came from. And where we're going, we're gonna pop up over here and then keep going. So that's the plan for today. Glad we have some blue skies. I think I'm going to try and dry out some gear here before we head back down. The woods still have a lot of rain and moisture and dew on them, so definitely got re-wet just getting here. So I think that's probably going to be the theme for the day, which is fine. Man, it's just gorgeous up here. So I'm going to soak this in for a while, have a little more, have second breakfast, I guess you call it, and we'll check in later. Hello friends, day 21 update on our Direttissima attempt. It is around 11:30 in the morning. We just got to the top of South Carter. I'm not gonna lie, my leg, I'm not feeling as strong today as I have on some other days, but that's gonna happen, I guess. So you can see some of the, this is like a wooded summit. There's an outlook on the other side. Just passed a couple of folks hiking for the day, and they mentioned there's another guy out here doing a Direttissima, so that's cool. Not sure when he started or which way he's going, but I don't think I've run into him, but I guess you never know, right? Oh, here we go. I'll show you guys this outlook real quick. Yeah, the clouds are doing a real funky thing today. So you can see the peaks and the clouds are kind of hanging low in the valley. So it's really nice that we got the sun today and not the clouds. That's where we came from. So South Carter is on the official list. Middle Carter's official, and then North Carter didn't make the cut. So next stop on the train is Middle Carter. I don't do this route very often, but I do remember it's a really nice, it's a nice route, nice ridge walk, especially if you throw Mount Height in there. Highly recommend it. It is steep coming up from the hut, but that's just the way it goes. Okay, yeah, I can see Middle Carter in the distance over there. So, I don't know if you can see, but we're headed over that a ways. I'm going to have a little snack, try and get a little more energy. and we'll keep motoring. It's turning out into a really nice day. Had to put on sunscreen for the first time in I don't know how long. Hello friends, day 21 update. We just have started to come down from the Middle Carter summit. So this side, no views. There's an outlook a few feet down from the summit. But if we go to the other side, still have some great views of what we're going to be tackling next. Starting there and working our way across, right? Or the other way, going the other way. So that would be Madison, Adams, and Jefferson, or something along those lines. That's kind of where we're headed. But we still have to get North Carter, which is not on the official list. And then we have to get Moriah, which if you're hiking the AT northbound, that's the last 4,000 footer you'll get in New Hampshire before you go into Maine. So Moriah is a good one, it's cool. And we'll be able to slack pack that one, which will be nice. Like I mentioned, I'm feeling legs are not 100% today. I mean, still fine, everything's fine. Just I don't have that motoring kind of pace today. But it is a nice day, it does feel nice. It's not too hot, which is nice. It's cool enough. There's some day hikers out and about, which is cool. Just saw a trail runner with just wearing shorts and trail runners, no shirt, so he's loving the trail. That's about it for now. I think we're gonna make our way down to the trail junction. I think at the North Carter Trail, I guess. And then we gotta keep going to the Imp Shelter, and then I think there's a trail junction there. I have to look at the map where we can take off from Moriah, because then we're gonna go down Stony Brook if we go down tonight. I saw on Far Out there's definitely some decent spots to camp. I did it would probably be a dry camp, I'm guessing, but I did fill up one of the 1.5 liter Smart Waters with unfiltered water. And since I still have another Subway sandwich, I'm not going to have to make any freeze-dried meals, so that's plenty of water for coffee tonight and tomorrow morning. So that's where we're at. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon, just kind of taking our time across this Carter Moriah Trail. It's a nice trail, nice section of the AT. Not a lot of ice, not a lot of monorail, little patches here and there, but most of it there's room to sidestep. Haven't had to put the micro spikes on, which is nice. So yeah, a great Friday in the Whites. I imagine there'll be, I'm sure we'll definitely see people tomorrow. I gotta figure out if we're gonna go for the Prezzies tomorrow, because I don't want to be up there tomorrow night. I want to kind of be down the Jefferson Caps trail. So does it make more sense to slow down here, camp up here tonight in nice weather, leisurely make our way down tomorrow, do the road walk, and get ourselves set up below ridgeline and camp somewhere below tree line, and then strike out Sunday for the Prezzies, what we have left? The way I'm feeling now, that's probably a yes, but we'll see, that could change. It all depends on, what first things first. First we have to get Moriah. So let's do that and see how we feel after we're out and back to Moriah. And we'll take it from there. We'll check in later. Hello everyone, day 21 update. It's about 5:30 in the afternoon. So I really wasn't feeling super strong today, but we got up to North Carter, which was the last Carter. It doesn't count, but it's still a 4,000 footer. And then we started heading back down the AT, and it was sections of it were really steep and bouldery, and everything was just super slick because of the wet conditions. And as soon as we started descending, we lost our friend, the sun, and went back into the fog. And we've been in the fog ever since. So noticeable temperature drop, and just a raw, kind of damp hiking for the next, whatever it was, 2-3 hours. So we motored on, got to the imp shelter, and I had a little more in me, and it was still, I thought we could go another mile to get to the trail intersection with Stony Brook Trail. Stony Brook Trail and Moriah Brook Trail, and then Carter Moriah keeps going to Mount Moriah. So the plan is tomorrow morning we'll get up, I'll slack pack over to Mount Moriah, come back down, break down base camp, and then we'll head down Stony Brook to Route 16. Then we're going to have a bit of a road walk to go on the other side of 16. And I'm still debating whether I'm going to head up the Daniel Webster Scout Trail, which I've never taken before. It probably would be fine. Or go with what I know and link up with the Osgood Trail and head up that way. The big question is though, do we start to tackle, do we actually get up on the Prezzies tomorrow? Or do we kind of stage, or do we only plan to do 1 or 2 Prezzies and then go down and camp under a tree line? So kind of have to figure that out tonight, looking at the maps, come up with some sort of game plan. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. I think going to Moriah, coming back here, going down Stony, then going up however I go up, and then expecting to get Madison, Adams, and Jefferson is a lot to ask, especially if I'm not feeling like, even if I was feeling super strong, that would be a lot to ask. So we'll see. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. But good news, hey, we got a few more in our pocket today. Carter Dome, South Carter, and Middle Carter. That's 3 more. I think we're over 40 now. I have to count. So that's all good news. It's too bad we're not going to have a clear, well, maybe, who knows, maybe all this will blow out and we'll actually get a clear night. But right now it just is really raw. Didn't get rained on, so that's good, but I feel like I need to warm up. By the time I got the camp chores done and went and found water, starting to feel kind of chilly. So that's where we are. I don't know if I'll come back on with a wrap up tonight, maybe, but if not, we'll see you in the morning.